Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Emma and today we will be doing our last Hatha Yoga class together. Barefoot classes are changing format next week, so keep an eye out for what classes will be coming soon. And whether you've been practicing alongside me all summer or today is your first time, you're just popping in, I'm really glad you're here and I'm really glad we get to spend some time on our mats together. So let's go ahead and meet on our mats in a comfortable seat. Your comfortable seat might be on a prop like a blanket, towel, or block. It might be on your mat, might be legs crossed, might be not. So take a moment to settle in. Maybe you shift your weight side to side, forward and back, finding the seat that feels best in your body today. When you arrive here, sit tall. Let your eyes close or your gaze gently unfocus or release to the ground. Draw your attention to your conscious breath. Letting your inhales guide you to a slightly more elevated seat, a little more length in your spine, a little more lift through your heart. And let your exhales invite softness, relaxation into your body. Imagine a clear channel through the center of your body through which your breath is flowing. If you have an intention for today's practice, perhaps something that you're grateful for, something that motivated you to come onto your mat today, anything that you'd like to carry with you while you move and breathe together, bring that thing to the front of your mind. Take a full, big breath in, filling yourself up from the pit of your belly, all the way up, and release, sighing out your mouth. Again, taking a full breath in and a full breath out. One more time. With your next inhale, float your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale to draw your palms together at heart center. Inhale to reach out and up again. Exhale, hands to heart center. With your next inhale, we'll reach our fingertips to the sky, but this time with our exhale, we'll release our right hand alongside our hip and reach over, arcing towards the right. Staying rooted through your left sits bone as you reach with your left fingers. Inhale, sweeps both fingers back to the sky. Exhale, left hand to the mat as you arc to the left, rooting equally through both sits bones. Inhale to center. Exhale, we'll twist to the right, releasing your right hand behind you and left hand to your thigh, guiding yourself into an open twist. And exhaling to unwind. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand supports behind your spine, right hand helps gently leverage your twist. With your next exhale, release, coming back to center. Take a few big shoulder rolls, inhaling your shoulders up to your ears and exhaling to send them back and down. And then release your seat, shifting yourself forward into a tabletop pose. With our knees under our hips, our wrists under our shoulders. Move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling to drop your belly, gaze up. Exhaling to tuck your tail, chin to chest. Moving with your breath, and as always, finding what you need in your practice. Might mean taking or leaving some of the things that I suggest today. So let yourself be open to modifying and adjusting as best suits you. Beautiful. Come back to your table and take a moment to set up a firm foundation. Spread your fingers wide, press through the pads of each finger. Draw your belly button up and in. Find length from the crown of your head to the end of your tailbone. And then inhale to extend your right leg back behind you. Keep your toes dialed down to the ground and your heel at about hip height. Feel your low belly engage. Find lift out of the 3 limbs that are still pressing against the earth. Option to stay here or find a little bit of balance by floating your left fingertips up to the sky. Envision a line of energy from your left thumb all the way out through your right heel. Just holding right here. Noticing your back body. Playing with some balance. Option to stay here or find a little flow with your breath. Exhaling to draw elbow to knee, knee to elbow, curling forward. Inhale to extend long. And exhale to curl. Know also that you can take these with either hand or knee onto the mat. You can isolate this. So just one limb is flowing. The next time you're extended long, pause. And exhale to release. Knee, hand to the mat. Send your hips wide to one side, back, wide to the other side, and forward. Finding a few big circles in one direction. And then switch directions. Return to table. Take a breath or two to find your firm foundation. When you're ready, inhale your left leg up and back. Heel at hip height, toes down towards the ground, foot flexed. Pressing the ground away, breathing here. Option to stay as you are, or float right fingertips to the sky. Or in front of you, thumb towards the sky. So there's a long line from fingertip to heel. Breathing into your back body, feeling yourself sway, making little micro movements as you adjust and balance. And then option to add that flow, exhaling to draw elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhaling to extend. Moving with your breath. The next time you're extended long, pause, and exhale, returning to your tabletop pose. With an inhale, shift yourself forward. Exhale to lower to your mat, keeping your elbows hugged in close. Untuck your toes and inhale to peel up for a little cobra. Continue keeping your elbows magnetized towards each other and ears away from shoulders. Exhale to release. Press back to your child's pose. Take a round of breath here. Inhale up to your plank pose. You can either be on your knees like we just did, or you can tuck your toes and lift your knees up off the mat. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to lower. Taking your time. Moving with your breath. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale to your child's pose. We'll take 2 more of these earth salutations. Feel free to move with your breath rather than my cues. With your next inhale, shift forward to your plank, low plank or high plank. Exhale, elbows hug in as you lower to your mat. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Round of breath. Inhale, floats you forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower half or all the way. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale to child's. Round of breath here. And then transition to your down dog. Rising first to a table, then tucking your toes, pressing hips to the sky, sending your heart towards your thighs. You can slowly release your heels to the mat or pedal your feet out. Two more breaths. With your next inhale, sweep your gaze to the top of your mat and walk your feet up towards your hands. We'll meet in a forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, your torso hang heavy. With your next inhale, come up to a flat back, pressing your thighs back in space, crown of your head forward. Fingertips can be on your shins, or you can open them out to a T. Noticing the sensations in your back body, drawing your belly button up and in. Exhale to release, fold forward. Take a bend in your knees and inhale to roll up to standing. Let your fingertips sweep wide and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, palms to the sky, and exhale to swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips might be on your shins or they might open up wide. Exhale to release. Bend through your knees. Inhale, rise to stand. Hands meet at heart center. Inhale to send palms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips reaching wide or on shins. Exhale to release. Inhale to bend through your knees, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, palms to the sky. This time, exhale to arc to the right. Release your right arm down by your leg as you arc over to the right, reaching with left fingers. Inhale, sweeps both hands back to center. Exhale, arc to the left. Left hand rests down your left leg as you arc over towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, half lift, fingers on shins or out to a T. And exhale to release. Plant your fingertips, step your right foot back, release your right knee to the mat. Pause for a moment. Scissor your thighs together. Scissor your front heel towards your back knee. Inhale to reach your fingertips forward and up. Draw your low belly up and in. Stamp your shoulder blades together and down on your back body. Take one more big breath in. Exhale to find a twist. Release your right hand to your left thigh. Do open your left arm back behind you. Gaze might follow your left fingertips. Keep thinking about magnetizing your shoulder blades together on your back body, finding space through your collarbones and front body. Inhale to sweep both fingers back to center. Exhale Exhale to plant your hands around your left foot. Tuck your right toes and sweep your left leg back to a three-legged dog. Bend through your left knee, stack your left hip on top of your right. Press your heel towards your glutes. Inhale to square your hips back to your mat. Release your left foot down and step your palms about a palm print closer towards your feet. So you're in a shorter stance, down dog. Reach with your right hand towards your left leg. You might come in contact with your thigh, with your calf, with your ankle or foot. Find anywhere on your leg where your hand can rest and open into a twist. Send your gaze underneath your left armpit. Breathing under your right shoulder blade. Anywhere else you're getting sensation. With your next exhale, unwind and release. Planting your right hand, reach with your left hand anywhere on your right leg. Finding that connection and helping ease yourself into a twist. Gaze under right arm, breath smooth. With an exhale, release, and step your hands slightly forward, returning to your regular down dog. Inhale, gaze forward between your hands. Exhale, step, walk, or hop to your forward fold. Inhale to your half lift, floating your fingers to your shins or out to the side. And exhale to release. Plant your fingers, step your left foot back, left heel meets the mat, pause. Stack your right ankle under your right knee. Magnetize your legs together, both side to side and forward and back. Inhale, fingertips forward and up. Settle into your low lunge. 2 or 3 breaths right here. And then option to find your twist. Releasing left hand to right thigh, open your right fingertips back behind you. Gaze might follow them. Keep your hips facing the top of your mat, letting the rotation come from your ribs. With your next breath, float fingertips back up to center. Exhale to plant them, framing your right foot. Tuck your left toes, sweep your right leg back, three-legged dog. Bend through your right knee, stack your right hip on your left. Stack your hips back to center. Return to down dog. Inhale to float forward to plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Step your fingertips out to the sides, off of your mat, coming to the pads of your fingers, elbows to the sky. Inhale, press your pelvis to the mat. Float up to a gentle back bend. Exhale to release, finding a flow in your spine. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Take 1 or 2 more of these. And as you're ready, slide your palms under your shoulders, press back to down dog. One or 2 breaths in stillness. Inhale your gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale to bend through your knees. Come to your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, gentle bend in the knees, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, palms to the sky. We'll find our side arcs. Exhale, right hand down to your side as you arc to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, left hand down to your side as you arc to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale your hands to your hips and step your right foot back about 1/3 of the way on your mat. Keep your hips square to the top of your mat and imagine your feet on train tracks. Inhale to find length through your spine and exhale to hinge at the hips, fold forward any amount. Hands can come down to a block, the floor, your leg. In our pyramid pose. Two more breaths right here. With your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips. Come back to standing. Find a slight bend in your left knee as you gently lift off the toes of your right foot and hinge forward again. Modified version of Warrior 3. Keep your hips stacked. Option to stay here, both hands on hips, or float your left fingertips forward, finding a long line. One more big breath here. Exhale, hand to hip, release your right foot to the mat, ground your right heel, open up to Warrior 2. 3 breaths in stillness, settling in to your shape. With your next inhale, reverse your warrior, flipping your left fingertips up and over. And exhale to cartwheel your hands around your left foot. Stepping back to your plank pose. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to lower to your mat. Inhale to curl up for cobra. Exhale, shift to child's pose. Take 2 breaths here. Noticing what's happening in your body, what's happening in your mind. With an inhale, shift forward to down dog. One or 2 breaths in stillness here. Inhale to sweep your gaze forward. Exhale, bend through your knees and arrive at the top of your mat. Inhale for your half lift, fingers on shins or out to the side, and exhale to fold. Bend through your knees as you inhale and rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale for our arc. Right hand down to the right. We send our left fingertips to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, arc to the left. Left hand down your left leg. Inhale to center. Exhale, both hands to your hips. Step your left leg back about 1/3 of the way on your mat. Keep your hip points square to the top of your mat. Toes both pointing to the top of the mat. Engage through your inner leg line. Inhale to find some lift and exhale to hinge forward. Pyramid pose. Fingertips can release to props or the floor. You find a gentle tuck of your right hip. And a stretch through your right hamstring. With your next inhale, bring fingertips back to hips as you rise up. Exhale, bend through your right knee, float your left toes off the ground, and hinge forward. Left toes dial down to the mat, hips square. Option to stay right here. Or float your right fingertips forward. Long line in your back body wherever you are. With your next exhale, replace your right hand to your hip, ground your left toes, and then ground your left heel. Opening up to warrior two. Find a few breaths in stillness. Tapping into a sense of calm and steadiness. With your next inhale, reverse your warrior, right fingertips float up and back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands around your front foot. Step back to down dog. Big breath in. And exhale, float your knees to the mat. Sit your hips back towards your heels. 3 breaths in child's pose. Bring your palms together. Take a bend through your elbows, sending your thumbs towards your shoulder blades. Option 2, walk your elbows a little farther away from your body, rooting them a little more firmly into the earth. 3 breaths here. Release your hands. Rise up from your child's pose. Shift your hips to one side. Come to the center of your mat in a seat. Inhale to find length through your spine, and exhale to release back onto your back. Walk your feet in towards your hips and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Option to draw your left knee in towards your chest, or simply press your right knee away from your body. Keep a flex through your right foot and soften through your shoulders, through your jaw, through your forehead. If your left foot is lifted, release it back onto the mat. Keeping your legs exactly as they are in this figure 4 shape, gently release them over to the left. So the sole of your right foot is releasing towards the left side of your mat. Option to open your arms out to a T or maybe a cactus shape. Again, pressing your right knee away from your body to deepen the stretch. And maybe sending your gaze to the right. Inhale to bring both your legs back to center. Exhale to release the twist and find that cross-legged legs on the other side. So left ankle over right thigh. Maybe you draw your right leg in towards your body. Maybe you stay just as you are, pressing your left knee away from you. If your right foot's lifted, gently release it back to the earth. And then release both of your legs just as they are over to the right. Sole of your left foot coming towards the ground on your right side. Gaze might come to the left. Arms can open to a T or cactus shape. With your next inhale, bring your legs back to center. Release the cross of your legs and walk your feet about mat width distance apart. Rock your knees to the right and to the left. Bringing your knees back to center, hug them into your chest. Press your shoulders into your mat. Press your tailbone down towards your mat. You might rock to the side or stay in stillness. Come back to center and begin to gently rock forward and back. Eventually rocking yourself up to a seat where we'll end our practice together. With eyes closed or gaze heavy, sit tall. Ending practice where we began. Find a little extra lift through your heart. Bring your palms together at heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum and your sternum to your thumbs. Re-engage with that channel of breath flowing smoothly through your body. And take a moment to return to any intention you might have set at the start of our time together. We'll take a deep breath. Begin by emptying all the air from your lungs, pressing out every last drop of breath with the muscles of your low belly. Take a full breath in, taking your time to fill yourself up from the pit of your belly to the top of your throat. Pause for a moment. Release with an audible sigh. Find a gentle tuck of your chin. Send some warm gratitude to yourself for making space in your day, to be kind to your mind and body, to hit pause on the movements of the world and your life, and to come to your mat to breathe and move together. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.